Greetings, everyone. Core here again, and it's that time of the month again. It's time for another unboxing of Comic Bento. Uh, I'd actually like to show you the box, but it got a little damaged. But everything else inside came out pretty well. Nothing came out missing or damaged because the way that Comic Bento, packages their comics, they put it in a really thick bag, which is sealed completely. So it's really hard for anything to fall out, to anything to rip it, especially. So I got really lucky on that. But yeah, so I'm just gonna go off. So this month's theme is it's all criminal. So all these graphic novels are gonna be criminal, and it's actually pretty criminal as far as the cover price on most of these graphic novels. This is probably the most expensive box I've gotten so far, and that's saying something considering a couple boxes I've gotten 5 items. This one's only 4, but they're pretty expensive. I mean, literally 3 of them are $20 cover price. Only one is $10, so it's $70 if you were to go out to a bookstore or to a comic book store or anything and buy these. So you're definitely getting a good value. I signed up for the 6-month promotion, and I got pretty much a full month free using the my promo code and everything. I'll have a new one up for you guys, as well as if you use my referral link, you also get more discount too. So the first one I'm pretty much just going to read. There's a little icon, of course, which I always like that. The little comic bentos, they are really fancy now. The little icon that they have of their box that's always themed to whatever the theme is, which this month, of course, it's all criminal. So you got the handcuffs, got the spy, everything. I think it's actually kind of cool. And I'm actually just going to read off the descriptions that they have on the back for these comics because I will admit I've never heard of any of these, but I always like a good mystery, so I'll probably start reading these. I've already read through my last month's. If you want a review on any of the books I have that I've shown throughout these, videos and everything, just leave a comment, send me a message, something. I'll do it pretty much. I have free time, and I've read them all, so I could get them out, within a day or two from your comments. So the first one up is going to be Uncanny, which you see here. It's actually pretty nice. This is one of the ones that's $19.99, so it's definitely a good value. The illustrations are really beautiful here. I just like the style. It looks really gritty, but it looks clean. It's very unique to say. So this one's about. So the little description it has is a man with a power like Weaver's could change the world, but as a professional gambler, conman, and thief for hire, Weaver prefers to look out for number one. That is, until he finds himself drawn into a dangerous game of international intrigue, where the rules keep changing, the players are hidden, and the first thing he stands to lose is his life. So it kind of feels a little kind of like Italian Jobby, I guess you could say. One of those guys that just gets mixed up into some bad situations, and it looks promising. This might be my first one I'm probably going to read. The next one, trying to go in order here, is going to be Judge Anderson and the Psychotic Crime Files. And this one's pretty crazy. I know I have a lot of light right now just so you can see everything. Kind of reminds me of it's Judge Dredd. I just realized it because the shoulder pads, the eagle, and everything. It's a Dredd. It's a judge. That's why, duh, Judge Anderson. So this one looks pretty interesting. It's pretty gruesome. There's very graphic stuff. They're putting the definition. The excuse me, a little sick. Pretty much putting the definition of graphic in graphic novels. Granted, of course, I know people are going to yell at me for that's not what it means in graphic novels, but whatever. I like to think it does. So this one is the little description it has is a member of Judge's psychic division. The wisecracking female Judge Anderson is a major character in the Judge Dredd universe. This all-color collection features some of her most thrilling tales and is the perfect entry point for new fans of the world that gave us Judge Dredd. as well as longtime readers. So that's gonna be pretty cool. That's probably gonna be my number 2 because Judge Dredd. I love the movies. I loved the first one with Sylvester Stallone. Love the second one even better, but Clyde. Oh, I can't think of his name, but I like to think of him as Bones from Star Trek. Him. So the next one, let's see. I want to go order here. This one's going to be Quantum and Woody Volume 1, which I like these ones especially because the first one I had, Uncanny, was Volume 1. So right off the bat, you're starting off with these things. The Judge Anderson is a collection of her stories, so that's going to be really cool too because you're going to get the backstory of her pretty much. This one's another one that's a Volume 1, so it's a good start. I like these better when you have the first volume because you get to see the beginning. Last month they had I think 1 or 2 that was volumes, but this one we already have 2, and so far pretty good. Let's see this one. Oh. This one's probably gonna be the more cookier one, I'm guessing. Not sure. That goat kind of makes me think that, but once upon a time, Eric and Woody Henderson were the best of friends. Years later, they are estranged siblings, petty rivals, and washed-up failures. But when their father's murderer leads them into the throes of a life-altering uh, scientific accident, Eric and Woody will find themselves with a whole new purpose and a perfectly legitimate reason to fight crime. Which this is definitely going to be more. I don't know. I'm really sensing Deadpool-y just from the cover, just because one guy kind of looks a little kind of like Deadpool, another guy's just crazy, and of course there's a goddamn goat. But yeah, that might be the last one I read of this one. The last one, this one's actually a cool little hardcover one. It's definitely the smallest of them, but also kind of the nicer one. It's Amy DeVille, Lost and Found, which, as you can see, this is a really nice hardcover, which I love hardcovers, especially anything that's more than about 200 pages. I just love hardcovers. This one's one of the ones that's going to be a little bit more. It feels very noir, It's black and white. The character style is very unique. They're very long and slender. It almost looks like they're stretched. Like he drew it regularly, but just later on imaged it and made it longer and taller and everything, which it's kind of interesting because then you get to fit more of the character, physique into the frames and everything. So then, I guess he's probably doing it just to, show more body language. I would assume that's why he made it the way it was. So that's actually kind of cool. So this one is about times are tough for Amy Devlin. And without a case, her financial situation is dire. Busting a cold case of kidnapping and murder from years ago may be the answer to her problems. Amy is sure that she can solve the case, but when the powerful and excuse me, but when the powerful and untouchable life science institution of Hollywood gets involved, she may wind up with much more than just her reputation on the line. Don't let the number 3 on the spine fool you. Amy Devlin mysteries are easy to jump right into. Yeah, so that's kind of cool. Is it number 3? I didn't even notice. Yeah, there's no number 3. Thank you talking about coming back to. Oh, it's on the back. Duh. Yeah. It's like kind of messed up there, but it's cool. Like I said, I mean, these are all, they're supposed to be mystery, suspense, criminal, stuff. So it's actually pretty interesting to see. The Judge one, I think, might be my first one I'm going to read because I like Judge Dredd. Now that I look at it and think about these. But like I said, if you guys want a review of any of the ones I got, just leave a comment. Till next time, guys. Later.